I'm Clive Jones. I'm Guest Services Manager for Regent 7 Seas Cruises, and I was really lucky to host a land programme for 5 nights recently for a group of 40 of our guests who had just come off a lovely Regent cruise in Vancouver. So our journey incorporated Vancouver for a few nights, and then of course the Rocky Mountaineer across to Banff, and a magical time. From the moment we stepped off the coach and arrived at the Rocky Mountaineer, we saw the train waiting. We got off, Rocky Mountaineer staff were there, they were smiling, they were greeting us. The welcome was just so unbelievable. They just took us off and said, right, you're allocated to a specific coach. We were guided there, people were taking pictures, and just from that moment, people were just really excited about the journey that was about to wait for them. So the journey itself is over a 2-day journey. Early in the morning, you arrive at the train from Vancouver. You overnight in Kamloops, and then onwards to our final destination of Banff. But in between that, the magical stuff that you saw there was absolutely incredible. When we arrived into Banff, immediately we thought, wow, this is a great place. Lots of people had spoken to me before about how wonderful Banff was, and it's just a lovely little friendly place. Great little shops, bars, microbreweries, restaurants, and to top it off as well, you've got Tunnel Mountain just that overlooks Banff, and of course we also went to Lake Louise as well, to the Fairmont Lake Chateau, and again, these sights we saw there were incredible. For me, photography is a hobby, and it was amazing how many opportunities there were. I felt like I was clicking everything from Lake Louise. The lake when we went was frozen over. It just looked crystal like a magic wonderland. It really did. Seeing Mount Robson with the snow-capped peak there, and Banff itself. It just was a photo opportunity everywhere. We went to the top of Sulphur Mountain on the gondola, and looking down, way down below into Banff, it was just a photographer's paradise, it really was. When you board the train and you set off from Vancouver, the train makes its way, it meanders through the valleys, the forest, the desert-like landscape, and of course the spectacular mountains, and notwithstanding the wildlife that you see. So on our route, we were lucky enough to pass through Hell's Gate, just seeing the cascading waterfalls, the pyramid waterfalls, and the backdrops of the mountains. Every time we were turning a corner, you just saw something that was just incredibly beautiful. So with Regent, Rocky Mountaineer, we always include gold leaf service. So it's the top class service that you can experience that really reflects the quality that you have on board Regent 7 Seas. So once you sit down, you've got so much spacious comfort there, so much legroom, and the service on board is incredible, from the 4 staff that come round, the tour guides, but the best thing of all is you're sat there in your seat and you've got the glass stone roof. You don't miss a thing. It really is spectacular. And if you want fresh air and to get some incredible shots, you just go downstairs onto the viewing platform, and again, you have that choice. For me personally, having experienced the Rocky Mountaineer, but more importantly, seeing what our guests saw and getting their feedback, and them sharing their photos with me, just said it all. It told a story. People really did like it. Everyone on board was just so excited, we're chatting about things, you just saw you heard the gasps, and it was a real wow factor where people just kept talking about it for days later. For me, that really made the experience that extra special were the knowledgeable staff, the host on board. There were 4 to each carriage. Each and every one of them are absolutely superb in their hospitality. They've all got a background in restaurateurs, and they've all got a history knowledge as well. So they really talk and they immerse yourself in the story. We were kind of captured. All the railroad staff in the remote places, just waving at the train. It's just that kind of that magical feeling, like you're on an express of just wonderfulness. It really is. Again, reflecting what our guests receive on board, Rocky Mountaineer, 3-course dining. Okay, from a wonderful breakfast, snacks served throughout the day, wine, spirits, beverages, 3-course dining meal. It is just set up absolutely wonderful, and you're again not missing a thing. So once you leave your seat and you go down into the dining car, you are dining in style with the fabulous scenery. I would always say to our travel agent partners, if you're sending guests to Alaska, bolt on an extended package, and Rocky Mountaineer is perfect, because the wonders that they see on the cruise, but also as well they go into the interior of Canada, the wildlife, the golden eagles. It's incredible what they see, but it also packages on, just extends their magical stay a bit longer. Having just come back from Rocky Mountaineer, what made it magical? The staff on board. They really did reflect what we have on board our ships. Coming off there, they were incredible. I'm personally writing into Rocky Mountaineer because they made it magical for myself, our guest, and I think they're going to get a number of great comments after our trip that we've just done.